For this mini demo, I'm going to discuss how the intervention plan or intervention plan review forms populate the progress monitoring form so that you can track student data between your meetings. So this is a demonstration student who's on a meeting 2 and has 3 interventions in place. One of them is for MobiMax sight words to increase level 3 Fry sight words to 80% accuracy with fluency. And the next one is for small group support for reading comprehension. And then that one is entered with a Lexile goal. And the last one is behavior contract for this student to reduce the need for being redirected for off-task behavior from 10 times a day to 5 times a day. So I want to show you what the progress monitoring form looks like when the fields are populated correctly. So let's go ahead and look at that form. And you're going to see that there are 3 interventions showing that correspond exactly to the 3 interventions in the intervention plan review. The reason these fields are all populated is because I have entered the information that needs to be entered in the intervention plan review form. So for each intervention, like you look at MobiMax for sight words, it gives the baseline date and the baseline score, the goal date and the goal score, who's monitoring it, and what the monitoring tool is. So if any of these fields is not completed on your intervention plan review or your intervention plan review form for your meeting 2 and beyond, you will find blanks here, okay? So if you're wondering, well, how do I know which ones to complete? Just look at your progress monitoring form and it's going to show you what's essential on your intervention plan. Now, when you do your initial intervention plan, and then you go back for meeting 2 or meeting 3 and you create new interventions, this will change. So this will reflect your current interventions, okay? I want to show you how to enter data. I would just click on the intervention and it pops up. Now this is one that I've already entered data on. You can see the original intervention is up here with the baseline score and the baseline date. I'm sorry, the goal date. And let's pretend that in between November 28th and January 29th, I checked the student's progress and found that on 1/9, there was a positive outcome, that the student increased their reading of these sight words to 60% accuracy. And so I could enter that data there. And then you can see again on the 30th, which is actually after the goal date, I entered another field. So I clicked add record and I entered that the student increased to 70%. So this is a great way to keep track of your data. If I wanted to enter another record, I would just click add record. And it opens up another record, okay? Now let me show you how to get back to the home screen on the progress monitoring form. So don't click the back button, you're going to click progress monitoring again, and it's going to bring you back to your 3 interventions. Okay, now since our small group support intervention has a Lexile goal that includes the reading inventory report, we would not be entering data in between that probably because we don't do reading inventory more than 6 to 8 weeks. But let's look down here at our behavior intervention, okay? I could go ahead and click into there. And here's my field, and I already was playing around with this. Before you've done anything, if you haven't been into this form and clicked add record, you're not going to see this here. So you have to click add record to make that pop up, okay? Notice add record, another set of fields pops up, as many as you want, okay? So I could say, all right, on the 9th, I noticed that this student was making some positive progress. I collected some data, behavior reports, documentation, and I could write what kind of that was. I could say teacher documentation, behavior reports. And let's say that the student appears to be only needing redirects approximately 6 times a day. I could put a note in there, maybe that student fluctuates to let's see, 6 to 7 times per day. Okay, and then I can add as many of those records as I want in between my meeting and the next meeting. Just remember to save your form. And then go back to your progress monitoring form. And now you're not going to see it until you click into the intervention again. Okay, so if I want to take this to a meeting, let's wait for it to load. I could print this form for each intervention by just clicking print form, and it's going to give me a document. Like this, and I could go ahead and take this form to a meeting, and it would be a great way to show my data collection on that intervention. Now, I would need to do that for each intervention. So if I want to go to the next intervention, I would just click progress monitoring and click into the next one. Click add record if I need to add another field. And then just simply click print form. So the recommendation for adding data in between really depends on the intervention. As I said, if it's a Lexile reading inventory, if that's your progress monitoring tool, then you're probably not going to be adding data in between. But if it's a MobiMax goal, a behavior goal especially, it might be important to add data 1 or 2 times in between your meeting. So it really is a teacher decision, but it is highly recommended that you do add data because it will help you keep that student in mind and keep thinking about how they're progressing and you know what's going on with that, so that when your next meeting's approaching, it kind of has already some of your work is already done for you, and you could just print it out and you can take it with you. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I will see you next time. Thank you.